I'm here to talk about my thoughts of the week. 17 films per 4. So here we are. So we have the last 3 games. So we have the Philadelphia Eagles. They defeat the Buffalo Bills 13-12 here. This was the Eagles were dominant on the pretty not so a defensive game, but the Eagles more dominant even with the Bills defense in the first and then the fourth quarter the Bills scored and then tried to miss the extra point, scored touchdown, missed it, and tried to go for 2 to get the win. The win was 13-12, but then they missed the 2-point conversion instead of scoring for the extra point, tied up in both teams get possession overtime. You think it would be that case, but nope. The Bills went to go win it in regulation. I thought they could win a 2-point conversion and just couldn't set the 2-point conversion. So it's Jalen Hurts 13-27 Hurts and years of touchdown, not the most efficient, but what he had to do. Josh Allen 23-35, 26 yards, no touchdowns, no passing touchdowns. Saquon Barkley 19 runs, 6 yards. James Cook 20 runs, 27 yards. AJ Brown 6 yards. Cooks 4 touches, 1 yards. Took a sack. And then he had 2 for 7, 3 for 5, 2 for 2. Then Monday Smith 2 catches, 3 yards. Let's go 3 yards. And then Gene Cooper catch yards. And Calcaterra catch for 3 yards. Tim Bigsby catch for 2 yards. And Oscar 6 yards. Monday Smith had 2 catches. He runs 7 yards, catch 5. Dodson catch. And for the Bills, Josh Allen took 5-6. He had 7 carries, 20 yards. He had both touchdown runs. Johnson 5 for 15, 1 for 4. And then Bucks, like I said, Shears 2 for 36. Shears 6 for 0. Johnson 2 for 33. And then 5 for 30, 1 for 12, 1 for 12, 1 for 3. So there. So and then the first score, Miss Jane Hurts pass right to Oscar for a yard. 7 up in Philadelphia. And Chicago extra. Chicago had 47-20 fields. That was it for Philadelphia scoring. Then in the fourth, Josh Allen scored for 2 yards, and that was the best extra point. And Josh Allen record for yard. That was when Josh Allen was ruled a touchdown. They ruled a touchdown, and they had to go back and redo the play. So they redid it, and the clock was running, and the fast they got in. And then officially, and then they went for 2, and they not scored. So just could have been, really is a costly decision for the Bills. Yeah. And for their season. No, I mean, they're in the playoffs, yes. But, they could have got a different seed. They may have got a higher seed, like the 5 seed, if they would have won that one. So, yeah. Hurts the San Francisco 49ers in a very high-scoring Sunday football game. They defeated the Chicago Bears 42-38. What a high-scoring game that was. A very high-scoring game. Both teams just threw everything they had at that game. But it was just San Francisco scored. Had more points. Key Williams 25-42, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bradbury 24-33, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, interception. So 9 runs, 50 yards, 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey 23 runs, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Third run in the third, 8 for the Bears, 8 catches, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Reaper 5 catches, 85 yards for the Warriors. Then the player stats. Kamanga 8 for 3, Key Williams 4 for 18. Loveland 6 for 8 for a touchdown. Joker 2 for 30, and Andrew Swift 2 for 25. Kokomat 2 for 16. Faith 1 for 11. Yamanga 3 for 9. Jimmy 1 for 7. And then we had Bradbury took a sack of the game. He 6 for 28. 2 rushing touchdowns. Robinson 4 for 22. Moore 1 for 10. Then Tongues 2-7 for 20. 60. Ron Dunks 2 for 2. Christian McCaffrey 4 for 1. Robinson 2 for 3. More 1 for 25. So he shot 2 for 2. Robinson 1 for 6. In the first score, it was Bradbury hit through the interception in the first play of that game. Edwards recovered and intercepted, return for touchdown. Carousels, experts, Bradbury, Tongues for yard. Bradbury tackled scrum for 2 yards, experts for Ben. And Key Williams, Luther Burn for 3 yards, and the experts good. Jeffrey to 5, pressure for 5 yards. Key Williams to court for 23 yards. That was the offside penalty, that was declined. The extra rights were good. And Bradbury was tackled, and the previous was good, so extra was good. Every extra was actually good in this one. And then Darren J. Swift, which just been for 2 yards, and McPree, the coach, for 6 yards. And then Darren J. Swift, and then the first um position of the game for those scoring position. The only scoring position was a field goal. Was with the Bears 20 yards scarce field goal. And that's what hurt the one San Francisco stopped them from scoring touchdown one drive, and then they won the game. It's a drawn against your catch with 2 field goal. And then the Chicago Union for the final bit, and that was it. So really high scoring for by the Bears first, but well, it well, I mean, it didn't lock up the 2 seed yet. But it put the Seattle that win for San Francisco, put Seattle and San Francisco game. I put the Seattle San Francisco game. Winner gets the 1 seed, and the 1 seed Seattle get the 1 seed because they'd have 2 wins in San Francisco. San Francisco able to tie would get the 1. Would get the tie records would get the 1 seed because they had they would sweep both games over Seattle in the regular season. So we have the Los Angeles Rams. They fall surprisingly to the Atlanta Falcons 27-24. Atlanta was up 2-0. It was like, really, where's this been, for us this season, and they're good some, and then the Rams try to come back in that second half, but just a little too late, and the Falcons did what they had to do, just but and they won it. So now this forces it could force a 3-way tie. The Falcons could force a 3-way tie, so 8-9, and that makes, and with the Falcons win, that makes Saturday's game between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not a winner takes all. If Atlanta could only be 7-10 at best, if Atlanta lost to the LA Rams, that would have made Carolina at Tampa Bay a winner take all. However, even nor who wins, if Carolina wins outright, Carolina would get the 4th seed in the NFC South title at 9-8. If Tampa Bay wins, they would get that. They would not get the NFC South title right at 8-9. They would have to hope that New Orleans wins because that would make a 3-way tiebreaker between Carolina, Tampa Bay, and Atlanta. And Tampa Bay has Tampa Bay, Carolina would have the head-to-head tiebreaker, would have the 3-way tiebreaker because Carolina swept Atlanta and went 1-1 with Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay went 1-1 with Atlanta and 1-1 against Carolina, so they'd be 2-2. Carolina is 3-1, and Atlanta is 1-3. So, but really what hurt the Rams is Matthew Stafford, 22-3, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's not bad, but the 3 interceptions is what really hurts. Kirk Cousins 13-20, 126 yards, a touchdown. Rams 13 yards, 8 yards. B.J. Robinson just ran all over the Falcons. The B.J. Robinson ran all over the Rams defense. 22 runs, 104 yards, a touchdown. So 3 catches, 3 yards. Smith for the Rams. 3 catches, 6 yards. And Matthew Stafford took 3 sacks, but Gordon 6 catches, 608 yards. 8 yards. Rivers running for 5 yards. Then Ferguson 254 touchdown. Ferguson 3-3. I'm going to quote 547 touchdown. Okay, Rams 3-for-3 touchdown. Or no touchdowns. Winfield 2-for-10. Then for the Falcons, Tyler Jerton on straight yards. Cousins are running for a yard. And then I said 337. Me 2 for 35. Johnson 2 for 34. Cup at 2 for 16. 1 for 4. And then we had the first quarter was Kirk Cousins, Johnson for first, and the touchdown. Zeman's also for good. Matthew for interception. And it was intercepted by Bates, the third in return for a touchdown. And Johnson ran for 90 yards touchdown, and that was 21-0. And the next right for Zeman's was Davis. For Zeman's was 58 6 This is the first and for 27 yards touchdown. Goal plays on a 30-yard field goal to Zeman's blocked. And Jared Verse recovered the block kick for a touchdown. Made 24-17 foul. Matthew served for 252 in the fourth quarter. Tied up with critical yards and late in the game. They absolutely had to have it. I think it was a 51-yard field goal to win it 27-24 with 20 seconds. And there was not enough time for the Rams to score. And that is it. So the Atlanta Falcons could force the three-way tie and give Carolina Falcons winning over the Atlanta Falcons winning over the New Orleans Saints on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern. That game starts. If Atlanta wins, the Atlanta Falcons win, the Carolina Panthers will clinch the division. If the New Orleans Saints win, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will clinch the division. Due to having a better tiebreaker, the second tiebreaker. Because they will split the season series 1-1. They would have the second tiebreaker, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.